Hello everybody, happy Friday, hope you're doing very, very well, and it's part 2 of this very wonderful but slightly expensive MLS shirt unpackaging review set of videos, pairing, yes. Here we have the second shirt inside of here. We saw the Toronto shirt on Tuesday, very, very colourful. It passed the vibe check, but what is this one going to be in here? I think possibly some people may already have figured it out, maybe based on the fact that it is going to be an MLS shirt. But it might be a little bit of a curveball. Let's see what we have inside. Oh, it turns out that's the actual wrap the other one came in, so I suppose this one's going to be wrapped up. Maybe. It is. There it is. So I don't think there's anything else in there. No. Ooh. I think we all know what this one is, so let's get this open. This is very exciting. Another shirt that I think a lot of you will have already seen. So, where are we going? Let's look at the back. There we go. So I think we might have an idea who this one is. New York Red Bulls probably gives it away a little bit there. Yes, it is Portland Timbers. No, of course not. So we've got this black body design going on there, but we do have some sort of stuff going on down the sleeves once again, similar to the Toronto shirts. A little bit more squiggly this time. Well, should we turn it around and see if that continues to the front? Yes, of course it does. Wow, that is pretty spectacular. If you've not seen this shirt before, well, I think you would say that this is definitely different and unique and quite usefully nice. You know what? When I saw this one, I immediately thought, okay then, yep, this one's also going into my collection. And that's kind of the reason why I bought these two together. Individually, I thought, can I really justify it? And then when I put them together, I really shouldn't have been able to justify it, but here they are. So there we go. So it has this very, very unique graffiti style running across the front there. Definitely stands out just as much as the Toronto shirt, even though the colours are the opposite end of the spectrum. You just have shades going on. You have sponsors on the sleeves there and on patches on the sleeves, which obviously only indicates one more thing. This is another authentic shirt. It is not a cheap boy by any means. So let me dress the mannequin as I usually do, and I'll explain to you a little bit behind the backstory of this one particularly. Right then, so there's the shirt. I think you probably can't deny that it's one of the coolest looking shirts that has been released recently. It's definitely a unique design going on there. And yes, it is, of course, Red Bulls from New York. This was their third shirt from 2023. So it's another third shirt that has been released. Bought from the MLS store for £118, $150, the same price as the Toronto one there. So not cheap shirts by any means. The club was initially founded in 1994, but was purchased by the evil Red Bull Corp in 2006. So their current season is not particularly amazing. They're about 11th in the Eastern Conference, so not really particularly going to be doing very much this season. Last season they were a little bit better. They finished 4th in the Eastern Conference, though lost in the first round of the MLS Cup. So, you know, not spectacular, but at least, you know, better than this season. Historically, surprisingly, they've not actually won an MLS Cup. I'm sure that would have been the case, but they've won a few Supporters' Shields, but not anything superly major going on there. So this isn't my first Red Bulls shirt. I think it was probably some point last year, I bought the 2021-2022 home shirt. Pretty plain shirt, if we're honest. It's the typical Red Bull colour scheme of white with the red trims. I bought it because it was on discount. It's the literal opposite end of this shirt here. It was nice, but to be honest, when you see something like this one has much more of a story behind it and a meaning. I can totally understand why I decided to go and replace it. So this is known as the Freestyle shirt, celebrating 50 years of hip-hop, New York hip-hop, and hence the reason why you had this graffiti running across the front there. It sort of says New York in 1973, 2023. It's an interesting design going on there. Like I said, third shirts have to be released following a threshold of 100,000 sales by Adidas, and it allows the club to do a little bit more with regards to their sort of culture and their surroundings of the city, and of course hip-hop, major culture sort of going on there continually. I think that's a smart move. I really, really like it. When it was initially dropped, I thought, yep, this is definitely one that people are going to be very, very interested in. Another shirt that people will just like to wear for the sake of wearing it. This is the authentic one. Similar to the Toronto shirt, this one is a little bit more newer. This was released second, I think, out of the four that are going to be released. Right now in the UK, it isn't available to buy, or at least I couldn't find it anywhere. Don't be too surprised if it is, just don't be expecting it to be the authentic again. It'll probably just be the Stadium, and the price will probably be about £80 again. So it's not going to be a cheap one, but I can see it being popular with collectors. I've seen a few people already post on Instagram, etc., the Stadium version, so either or, I think you're going to get a very nice shirt. The difference this time between the Stadium and the authentic is on the back of this one, of course, it has that big New York Red Bulls. You don't get that on the Stadium version. You have, of course, the patches, the MLS patches, and the sponsors are on the sleeves. You get, these are transferred on once again with sort of more premium plastic transfer, and then just, of course, the general fit again. So I suppose all you're paying for is a club name on the back, and then on the sleeves, again, it depends. What's it worth to you? Is it worth spending another £35 for a few extra transfers? Probably not for a lot of people. So I suppose it's one of those decisions you have to make yourself. You're still getting the main design of the shirt there. So yeah, I suppose there's four of them that are coming, and one of them is, let me think. You've got obviously Toronto Red Bulls. You have New York City, I think they've actually officially released theirs, which is based on, is it Central Park? The trees, the greenery. It's an interesting design. I already have a New York City shirt of theirs, which is a player version as well, which was sort of like from the Lampard period. I don't know if I want to do that one. And I think the final one is Atlanta United, which has a similar style to this one. Don't have any of theirs yet, so I suppose, I guess maybe buy that one as well. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased with it. I think if I had to choose which one I'd prefer, they both stand out for their own reasons. I kind of like this one. I think this is cool. I think this one will, in the future, people will look back and go, that was a smart shirt, and it was a cool design. Whereas I think the Toronto one might just fade away a little bit more. But you know, they're both cool shirts to actually own there. So yeah, this is a replacement. Toronto was a brand new team. I don't think you can say anything further than that. There's a few of the MLS shirts that I could have also picked up, just general ones. Still need the Seattle Sounders one. That was tempting, but yeah, I'm not that crazy yet. So yeah, let me know which shirt do you prefer. Do you like this one? Have you seen them? What do you think? And you know, I suppose fingers crossed that they do appear in the UK and the price isn't as high, because I think shirts should be accessible to everybody. You shouldn't have to spend all this money just to get them. Though I suppose you end up falling down that weird path of, do you want to get the replicas? And I mean the fakes. I can't advocate that really. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you as always for watching my videos. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. I have a massive backlog to fill. I always say that, but yeah, I'll decide what I want to show you next. So yeah, goodbye.